What is light? Light is a form of electromagnetic radiation that is visible to the human eye. It is a fundamental component of the electromagnetic spectrum, which also includes other types of radiation such as radio waves, microwaves, infrared radiation, ultraviolet radiation, X-rays, and gamma rays. Light is characterized by its ability to illuminate objects and enable vision.
What is reflection light? The reflection of light refers to the bouncing back of light rays from a surface when they encounter it. When light strikes a surface, it can be absorbed, transmitted through the material, or reflected. Reflection occurs when the incoming light rays are redirected and return in the same medium from which they originated.
State the laws of reflection of light. The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal to the surface all lie in the same plane when light strikes a surface and reflects. The incident ray, the incoming ray of light, the reflected ray, the ray that bounces off the surface, and the normal, a line perpendicular to the surface at the point of incidence, all lie within the same plane. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. The angle of incidence is the angle between the incident ray and the normal, while the angle of reflection is the angle between the reflected ray and the normal. According to the law of reflection, these two angles are always equal. Mathematically, it can be expressed as theta I is equal to theta r, where theta I is the angle of incidence and theta r is the angle of reflection.
What is refraction of light? Refraction of light refers to the bending or change in direction of light rays as they pass from one transparent medium to another with a different optical density. This bending occurs due to the change in speed of light as it moves from one medium to another.
State the laws of refraction of light. 1. The incident ray, the refracted ray, and the normal to the interface all lie in the same plane. 2. The ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction is a constant. List the parts of human eye. Cornea. The cornea is the transparent, curved outermost layer of the eye. It helps to focus incoming light onto the retina and acts as a protective barrier. Iris. The iris is the colored part of the eye that surrounds the pupil. It controls the size of the pupil, regulating the amount of light entering the eye. Pupil. The pupil is the black circular opening in the center of the iris. It allows light to enter the eye and adjusts in size based on the amount of light available. Lens. The lens is a transparent, flexible structure located behind the iris. It focuses light onto the retina by changing its shape through a process called accommodation. Retina. The retina is a layer of tissue at the back of the eye that contains light-sensitive cells called photoreceptors. It converts incoming light into electrical signals that are sent to the brain through the optic nerve for visual processing. Photoreceptors. The retina contains two types of photoreceptor cells called rods and cones. Rods are responsible for vision in low light conditions, while cones are responsible for color vision and high acuity vision. Optic nerve. The optic nerve is a bundle of nerve fibers that carries visual information from the retina to the brain. It transmits the electrical signals generated by the photoreceptors for visual perception and interpretation. Sclera. The sclera is the tough, white outer covering of the eyeball. It provides structural support and protection for the internal components of the eye. Choroid. The choroid is a vascular layer located between the retina and the sclera. It supplies blood to the retina and helps to nourish the various structures of the eye. Ciliary body. The ciliary body is a ring-like structure located behind the iris. It contains the ciliary muscle, which controls the shape of the lens during the process of accommodation. Aqueous humor. The aqueous humor is a clear fluid that fills the space between the cornea and the lens. It helps to maintain the shape of the eyeball and nourishes the cornea and lens. Vitreous humor. The vitreous humor is a gel-like substance that fills the space between the lens and the retina. It helps to maintain the shape of the eyeball and provides support to the delicate structures within the eye.
Why this world appears colorful? The world appears colorful to us because of the way our eyes perceive and process light. Different objects reflect or emit light at different wavelengths, which our eyes detect as different colors. When light enters our eyes, it interacts with specialized cells called cones in the retina, which are responsible for color vision. These cones are sensitive to different ranges of wavelengths, corresponding to different colors.